Must be okay now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Casper. I'm the CEO and the founder of a continuous improvement platform called Plazuno. The aim of the platform is to connect supply and demand, specifically in continuous improvement. And today, I'm having a talk with André. André, maybe you can introduce yourself as well.
Hello everyone. I'm André Ferreira. I'm founder and principal consultant of AFERIA. We are a consulting company for Lean Six Sigma. So when we speak about lean implementation, optimization, lean activities, we can count on AFERIA. We are here. We are we are moving forward for and happy to grab new challenge.
Cool. And how
Yes,
long have you been working in continuous improvement, André?
how I work in continuous improvement. We as
No. I mean, how long?
how long?
How many
On
years?
continuous improvement, my experience. It's now it's more than 15 years. So I start. I am a mechanical engineer. It's my background, and
Yeah.
soon I start directly in the shop floor. So it's where I start to be passionate about continuous improvement and lean activities and process optimization. So
Ah,
since then, I'm investing a lot of time and energy to learn more, to learn by doing also, to learn from the people, to
mhm.
learn from the experience. And nowadays, it's what I bring is my all my experience and where I want to use it and give
Yeah.
this kind of value to the companies and to the individuals that they can upgrade themselves as individuals as companies as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And in your experience, what's currently going wrong in how companies approach continuous improvement?
What is going wrong? Normally, I don't say that something is not going wrong. I say
There's room
like
for improvement.
I say always there is a lot of potential to
Yeah.
improve, to be better. So that's what I see a huge opportunity to the companies nowadays, and especially here in Europe, where companies are facing a huge crisis with costs and energy costs and efficiency, and mainly they don't understand still what the future will bring to the companies. So it's that is like I'm like giving guidance to the companies where they are, there where they want to go, and where they expect to be in the future. So it's like a guide to the companies. That is, my view is like that is so really crucial to understand these three points.
So,
When
so
they,
can
yeah,
you repeat those 3 points, please?
yes, I see that the companies really need to understand where they are now, where they want to go, and where they see themselves in the future. So it's
Yeah.
the three crucial points that is really essential to the companies to make to them understand that we need a plan.
Yeah.
There is a need for a plan.
And just out of curiosity, how do you, as a Feria, how do you come up with a plan from where they currently are and where they want to be?
Yes, this all comes at the first with mentally changing. I think it's the main point on the when we think we want to implement lean or we want that the companies will succeed. We have to change mentalities. That's the biggest. That's the main point. The biggest
Yeah.
issue, and something that is like the first impact to the companies when they have this kind of mentality after they got it, at the
Yeah.
start, the thing starts to go smoothly, and we can grow and be more efficient and have better results, and the things will start to run quite easily than as comparing to companies which don't have they are coming from zero with this lean understanding. I call it maturity levels in the
Yeah.
companies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's the biggest point is to go on these maturity levels of the companies to make them grow in this way.
Yeah. But why do you think so many organizations nowadays struggle to build a real continuous improvement culture?
I think I see that mainly because resistance comes from people. So
True.
the main point is people. So we need to change the people. So we need to change. We need to understand the way that they are thinking, the way that they are handling the companies, the way that how they see the companies. How sometimes it's also about egos. Sometimes it's about it's hard to change the strategy. It's hard to say, okay, I was wrong. Now I have to accept it, and they have to move in another way. Sometimes it's not because they are wrong. It's like the things has changed. We have to adapt. It's like
Yeah.
Darwin.
Yeah.
The strongest are who can better adapt. So it's like that.
And where do you see, you mentioned resistance, right? Where do you see the biggest challenges when it comes to resistance? Is that on the shop floor? Is that on middle management? Or is that in senior management? What's your experience there?
I see the biggest resistance comes always from sea levels. So because it's like that when you can convince the C levels that is something lean is something that the company really needs, is
Yeah.
something that they want to buy it, they want
Yeah.
to buy lean, they want to be lean. The next step is to convert this need from the C levels in lean activities, in targets, and convert it in results. And when you go to the shop floor with this improvement from C levels, and we can show it to everyone that it's like a win-win situation. I used to say normally when we start directly in the shop floor trying to changes and to modify and to implement, the first question that always arrives is like, okay, we'll implement, we'll do changes here, and I see that huge potential. They see the potential already, and the first question is always, is that uh, the result of that will be the headhunters. We cut with headhunters. Will get fired, and this kind of question and can create also resistance. When we bring already the improvement from sea levels, this we have the meaning of it. We have the meaning, and we get the credibility for our meaning, because our meaning to implement is not to get people fired, is to improve capacity of the companies to be more
Yeah.
efficient. So we are not we if they are working 8 hours, we reduce the workload for 4 hours. The point is not to fire them and to substitute for some robot. The point here is to do more with less effort.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's clear. I've spoken to a lot of continuous improvement leaders, and um, uh, what I've learned in these validation interviews, that those were the validation interviews while building or founding Plazuno. Um, I've heard times and well, I've heard multiple times that um, often senior management wants a continuous improvement culture, but they don't want to change. And that's crucial, I would say, for building a continuous improvement culture. You mentioned that you've spoken to a lot of different people. Um, uh, I guess that you've also spoken to a lot of green belts and black belts. And what's one mistake that you can see them making over and over again?
Um, the main I like to don't be negative. I'm a quite positive guy.
Yeah,
I don't say that is a mistake. It's would say that is a misunderstanding. Where I see and what green belts, black belts, and they try to they really believe on the philosophy, lean philosophy, in this mentality. The, the misunderstanding on this all is like when they approach the companies and the improvements, and they want to bring directly the tools from lean. We have several tools. I call it a bag, full bag of tools. They are coming with full bag of tools, and they want just to take the tools and start to use the tools. And
yeah,
my main point is no, the tools is good. The tools are to use
yeah,
in such a level, in such a maturity level of the company. If the
yeah,
people still don't understand what we are bringing with lean activities, with what is actually lean from the basis, um, we have to work on it at the first. We have to make them understand what is lean,
true.
what we are using lean, and the benefits that will come with lean. After that, yes, it makes sense to start. And mostly, I have to say, it shouldn't be the belts trying to push for some tool, trying to. I see that the potential comes from the shop floor.
Yeah,
When the people understand the lean, they will understand the tools. When they understand the tools, they will start to ask for that.
yeah,
They will say, okay, I see here a bottleneck. I see a huge potential for SMED on this machine, for example, and we do it. That's so this feedback mostly comes always from the shop floor. So that's
yeah.
just when you reach like such a good level of lean culture, when you got the lean culture in the companies.
Yeah, that's funny because for Plazuno, we interview experienced CI leaders. Just like I've interviewed you previous times. And I've analyzed all those different interviews. And one of the questions is what you, as a senior CI leader, would give back to people that are just starting in continuous improvement, or the tips that you would give to other senior CI leaders. So I've analyzed all those different answers, and the outcome is always the same. I've made a post about that on LinkedIn, and it's always it's always that it's not about the tools, it's about the human side of change, and that's apparently really important to get support. Um, and if you look at how companies nowadays run their CI programs, what's your experience there?
I see that the organizations with better CI programs are, I would say that the big corporations, they are in such a different level than small and medium companies. So
Yeah, true.
at this point, I see a huge potential for small and medium companies because, for example, here in Germany, we see still a lot of so good engineering. They have such a nice product. The point now is not is more to focus on how to produce it in the good, a low cost, not a low cost with good quality, still with good quality. That's what we
Yeah,
want to bring with lean. So
yeah,
big corporations are in different level. Medium and small corporation companies are in the lowest level. They really need lean. There's a huge potential of improvement in these companies.
okay, cool, cool. And if you could, let's say, if you could fix one thing for organizations, or if you could give organizations one big tip, what would that be?
My big tip for the organizations is rethink about the strategy.
Yeah.
rethink uh, the current situation, rethink and try to understand um, the the potential of the company itself. Try to see the company um, as as a machine, that needs to have efficiency. If you don't have efficiency, we cannot succeed in your business. So what we bring with lean is also efficiency. So it's something that is still creating a lot of resistance because a lot of people still don't believe or don't see the benefit from lean. We don't try to rush or to force them to accept it. It's like we have here some solution. Do you want to have it or not? And my tip is to check, really rethink the options in the market.
But you said you're saying rethink the strategy and right? So, but that doesn't mean that the strategy is wrong per se. It's just that there's room for optimization. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I see that they are a bit stuck. They are still doing things from for 20 years. I think I see the things that needs to change. We have to adapt with time. 20 years ago, we didn't have the same technology that we have nowadays. 30 years ago, we didn't have the same issues in the market like we have, or 50 years ago we didn't have the same concurrence in the market as we have nowadays. So this kind of concurrence, this competitiveness in the market makes everyone, everyone needs to really rethink about their business because the
Yeah.
concurrence is high. So you need to be more efficient.
Yeah, but I think that's something that is valid, you know, 9 out of 10 times, right? I mean, you must expect from senior leaders that they are good at critical thinking, right? You don't have to settle for the status quo, I would say, but that's a pretty good tip, I would say. Um, I guess that you also coach a lot of different people, right? How do you currently structure your coaching for, let's say, individuals and for teams, and how do you do that?
Yes, I'm also a coach. So I'm the kind of person that I'm trying to guide the people to get clarity on their careers and the way they think, how it should, how they should manage the work or even their careers or these transitions in careers, or sometimes we got a lot of people that still have a lot of frustrations with
Yeah.
the market itself, because it's not just for the business, it's for the individuals also, the workers are getting fired. Some workers are the companies are get layoffs, and before you used to say, like 30 years ago, like I start to work in one company, it will be my the company where where I will get retired. Nowadays
Yeah.
it's not like that. You have to
No.
accept that is like that. Is the market is not that stable. The business are we have a lot of these cycles of crisis. We have I see more often than before. So it makes everything and everyone be don't feel that so that stability like they have in the past. So what I bring to the people is how it is, and the most they have, the people needs to focus on themselves, they experience, and keep learning, because continuous improvement is also continuous learning. So we need to improve ourselves as individuals also.
So, do I understand it correctly? And are you saying that coaching, you're coaching the people in continuous improvement in Lean Six Sigma and what have you, But you're also building on their resilience. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. I'm building. I try to shift the sometimes and normally the people say that's work-life balance is health, family, and work. Nowadays we have to take health, family, and you as a professional, you individual, not because you have a work or you are working for some company, but focusing yourself as individual, as a professional in the,
Yeah.
as an expert in your field. So that's what you want to sell. That's and that belongs to you. No one can take it from you. So it's your stability. It's not the company that you are working with, but
Uh,
what you are building as an individual, as a professional, how you use your opportunities, your experience, how do you adapt to the market, build yourself as a professional,
yeah.
and that gives you that stability.
Clear, clear. So, Andre, I'm curious. If you look at the CI market or the CI industry, the continuous improvement industry, what do you think is let's say some sort of an anti-solution, or what's some unpopular opinion that you have?
Um, the unpopular opinion that I could have nowadays, and I see like creates still a lot of friction.
Hmm.
I see that the things have changed, and the focus, my focus in the people, in the this making still making a lot. It's a bit controversial in terms when I heard, for example, you cannot focus so much on the people. You cannot go to the shop floor and trust on them like they are the last solution of the company. Um, because next day you'll ask you, I want better salary. Next, I want better work conditions. Um, they give, you cannot trust in people when they are just trying to force something that is not about lean.
Mm.
Sometimes I get this comment and I'm like, okay, that is not the point, because that is something that we are trying to change. We try to get the positive things from the people, not something that, of course, it doesn't make sense. We explain that doesn't make sense, or it means that this person still doesn't have the lean mentality. So
Yeah.
with lean mentality, we will get proper feedback from the employees, and it's different that as you are, if you are working the C level and you are thinking the strategy of the company, or you are working with the focus in the shop floor where you have 500 people or 1,000 people with ideas instead of 20 from C level or 10 from C level. It's more people thinking about the process, having this kind of mentality. So what I see a lot, still a lot of friction is that when I start to focus, my main focus is just on people before any kind of strategy, tools, etc. So and I see that a lot. I believe that 20, 30, 50 years ago, it could work. Nowadays, with the flow of the information, everyone is able to understand, to learn, to change idea, to have another mentality. So to turn this all technology is something positive for the people that you can work out together. It's my main is the key point for me.
Cool. That's pretty insightful, I must say. And what's something that you came across that most companies think that works in continuous improvement, but actually it doesn't?
Um, yes, it can be also. It's another thing that normally I said when we associate with lean with cost reduction. We think, okay, lean is about efficiency, it's about
Yeah.
cost reduction. So it means that um, it's something that some companies still believe on it. They see if we are doing some activity that is will not bring you benefit in terms of money, it's not lean. So
No.
it's not the truth. It's lean. It's a mentality. It's the cost reduction and the cuts and some fixed cost is like the consequence of the lean, not something that needs to happen. It will happen naturally. If you do 100 activities, okay, we can do 70 activities that will bring you is benefit, money benefit, and
Yep.
20 activities or 30 activities that will not bring you this money benefit, and will bring you other things that will bring you will the people will be motivated. You will have more discipline in your company, for example, with these activities. So it's not just lean is not equivalent to cost reduction. So that's my main point.
Cool. And well, just a question for Plazuno, of course. If you could design a platform specifically for continuous improvement managers, and it would be the perfect platform. What would it do, in your opinion?
I have this discussion previously also. I still my focus is really on the people.
Yeah.
I would build something like intercultural. I see a lot of difference in the when we want to implement lean in different countries. I see a huge cultural this kind of resistance. When we understand the culture itself, we will better understand the people, and we can better implement lean. So a platform would be that we integrate this culture, these things, little things, the way that the people behave, the way that the people think, for specifically for each country. When you say I will create a lean platform, I will say I create a universal lean platform, and internally I would have specifically when you speak, for example, have yellow belt courses or green belt courses or black belt courses, do a specific course for this country connected with their culture. That will be easy. It will be easier that they will well understand the lean methodologies.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. And another question in the same line. How because you offer your consulting services, how do people find you? How is that matching taking place? And what can be optimized there? How can a platform facilitate that matching?
I see that nowadays we have a lot of lean consultants, and we are spread around the world, around Europe, everywhere. And I see the potential, for example, in Plazuno, where Plazuno is bringing this. We are trying to gather all the experts in just one platform, like independent. If I'm in Portugal, Spain, Germany, England, I can directly access to the platform and understand which expert can I have at that moment in this region. So it's really quite something great that I see in Plazuno, and the huge potential for the companies, for the individuals. When some company will need a lean service in the region, they can easily understand which expert, which type of expert do they have in their region, and they can just choose it. And at the same time, they have everything it's gathered in the same place. So that is for me is a really good option and a really good solution.
Cool, thanks. Well, thank you, Andre. Thank you for your time and your insights. I hope I didn't make it too hard on you with these questions. If there's anything that you would like to say, well, this is your moment, and otherwise, I would like to thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, Casper. It was a great time, and see you all then. If anyone has any questions, I think we can contact just Plazuno or AFERIA. I'm using frequently LinkedIn, so I'm quite available via LinkedIn. So we meet all there.
Thanks. That's it.
Perfect. No.